mobile internet is something completely different. This realization hit me one day, and I'll never forget it. It was a beautiful summer day. I was in the park, and I noticed something. Everyone except me was on their mobile phones. It was a gorgeous day, but no one cared. They were all too busy surfing the web on their phones. I thought, is there any way I can make money on the mobile web? I ran back home and I did all the research I could. It turned out no one had developed the technology to make money this way. It was a completely untapped market. Or so I thought, because after 3 weeks of research, I finally came across a mention on a tech forum about a cell phone technology that had been creating multimillionaires for the past 9 months. When I followed that link, it brought me to another forum which was locked to the public. I found out that the only way to join was to be invited in. It was an exclusive underground multimillionaire marketers only forum. You had to be invited in by one of its multimillionaire members. And once you were invited, you had to prove that you were a multimillionaire yourself by faxing a copy of your last 3 years' income tax return and a copy of your last 3 months' bank statement. Well, when I read this at the tech forum, I knew I had no chance. I could only dream of becoming a multimillionaire at that time. But at that time, I was desperate. My wife and I didn't have jobs, and our son was just in the middle of college. But in all honesty, I wasn't going to let that stop me. I was going to find my way in, and I was going to learn about this mobile technology. After many weeks of searching and prying and asking every person I met online numerous questions, I eventually met a hacker online, and I shared with him my vision. I told him about this forum that shared this new mobile technology with its members, but that I couldn't get in because it was only for multi-million-dollar income-earning members. I told him that if he could get me in, I would give him 30% of whatever I make. The way I figured, 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing. So a few days later, he called me. He said he had great news. Now, I don't know what he did and how he did it, but eventually he got us a copy of the software. His explanation is that he has an army of geeks, whatever that means. Upon trying this mobile technology, I realized that it was very taskful. I honestly started making money with it, up to $1,000 a day. But the issue was that it took so long for me to get it to run. So for the next 6 months, I took my profits and reinvested them into a team of programmers. I wanted to automate this technology. I wanted to make it dummy-proof, if you know what I mean. I wanted to make this super easy for anyone to use, whether they're beginners or experts at making money online. My wife, months later, what we created was nothing short of groundbreaking. A special code that automatically makes money from the billions of mobile phones around the world. And what's even better is that I was able to automate it. I made it so easy that even my wife was able to start making money with it. And now, even Monica's bank account looks like this. I had the right idea at the right time, and it paid off. Speaking of paydays, let's check back with Sandy and see how much she's made with the mobile money code. Sandy, you ready to see how much you've earned?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm really excited.
Okay, let's call it up. After 2 hours, it looks like you've made... Can you read that number for me?
Oh my God. That is not the number. I mean, that's not possible.
Yep, that's how much you've made. Can you read it out loud?
$228.66. And that's just today. I mean, that came in today.
Yes, and it's yours to keep.
How? I mean, this is incredible. And I'm going to make more tomorrow.
Yes, that's just a couple hours earnings. This is what's now possible with this technology.
This is incredible. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but I don't know what else to say. And it's just so darn easy.
I'm really glad the code delivered for you. This is really going to change lives, and I'm glad you're a part of this.
Anybody, I mean, literally anyone who gets their hands on this is going to be completely blown away. This is amazing. I mean, you can't imagine what it's like to just actually see that number in your account. It's incredible. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you. Well, looks like you'll be able to pay your rent, and in a few days, there'll be enough money to pay for your trip.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Wait, I really get to keep this? I mean, can I use the code later?
Yes, you're one of the lucky ones. You get to keep it.
Oh my God, $228.66. What an incredible day. Thank you.
So every week I have my students send me video updates of how they're doing. Would you like to see how Sandy's doing now? Watch this.
Hi, Greg. I just wanted to give you an update. Oh my God, I can't stop smiling. The mobile money code has changed my life in just a week. I can't believe how easy this is. And I definitely can't believe how much I'm making with this. This is unbelievable. Take a look at how much I've made daily just since the day I met with you. I couldn't believe my eyes when I woke up the next morning. I made $1,500 my first day. And in just 6 days, I made a total of $20,103.69. I mean, as a teacher, I don't even make that in 6 months, let alone 6 days. Thank you, Greg. You have changed my life more than you know. And if this keeps up, I'm going to finally be able to retire early and travel the world just like I've always wanted to. Thank you again, Greg.
Now, Sandy's success is great, but I want to talk about something much more important. I want to talk about your success. Because what's important right now isn't what I make or what someone else makes. It's how much money you're going to make. This cutting-edge money-making technology is brand new, and I'm only letting a very small number of people use it. You're one of these lucky people. You were invited to join this group for one reason. I'm really curious how much you're going to make with this code. I want more data on how well this money-making code works. It's worked incredibly well for me, for my family, and for everyone else who's used it. I'm simply curious now to see exactly how much you're going to make. Please, help me test this code and make as much money with it as possible. So for this special experiment, I'm letting you get exclusive access to this code for life. But first, I want to make a few things clear. You must keep this 100% confidential. This is completely different from anything else that's ever been on the internet. It cannot become public knowledge.